Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm doing your bi-weekly readings looking at the second half of January 2020. So this is going to be roughly from the 15th to the 31st of Jan, give or take a week or so. It is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. And as always, just keep in mind, the readings are general, take what resonates. The way it resonates, could be vice versa, replace roles, whatever. Disregard the rest, make sure to watch all your signs. And if you're interested in the specials or private readings of any other kind, all the information is below. So let's see what is coming up for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, second half of January 2020. I feel like you're anxious about something. Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Fool, Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords, Emperor. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. So you're not happy with something, okay? You're not happy with something. Knight of Pentacles, things are moving too slow for some of you, or there's not a fair payout, okay? So you don't get what you give in a situation. And it's either that it comes in, it's like delayed gratification, or you have to fight to get what is yours, okay? Or you feel like you're constantly pushing the boulder up the hill by yourself, and things are moving way too slow. The challenge, we have the Hierophant, and this could represent a Taurus in your life. It could represent your family. It could represent a big company, corporation, the government. So maybe, you have to play by the rules, because there's a strategy here, there's a plan. You have to play by the rules of a big company. You have to play by the rules your family set out for you. You have to play by the rules of society, okay? And for some of you with the Hierophant, it can be so complex, it could be so complicated, it could be corrupt, it could be faulty, or just something that just doesn't work. It just doesn't work, but you still have to follow the rules, so it's weird, it's frustrating, it's counterintuitive, and I feel like that's what's frustrating you. You might be dealing with a situation where someone's getting preferential treatment, there's nepotism, there's bribes going on, something like that, okay? And for others of you, it's just a culture. That's how it's always been. You're pretty much going against tradition here. I feel like you see a better way, a faster way, more efficient way, and even though the company or the people agree with you, like, yeah, that would be better, they still cannot do it because of the culture that you're in, the company culture, for example, yeah? So it's like, yeah, this is a faster way to do it. It may be faster, it may be better, but we have to do it our way because this is how it's always been done, okay? It's that kind of mentality. In the foundation, we have the Ten of Cups. For some of you, this is about relationships, this is about family. Maybe your family's putting pressure on you to start a family, putting pressure on you to get married, putting pressure on you to move out or to whatever, okay? For those of you, this is a relationship where there's just a lot of pressure on you for you to do what the other person expects you to do what they have seen done in their family growing up. They expect you to do that for them, okay? So something along those lines. In the past, we have the Ace of Swords. You've seen the pattern. You've seen where this behavior is coming from. You've seen where these expectations are coming from. So you have that clarity. So you cannot ignore it now. You can't pretend you don't know. That's why it's become frustrating for you. And it's becoming more and more frustrating every day. In your crowning thoughts, you have the Fool. So you just want out, pretty much. You see that, there's no way that you can be happy in the situation. There's no way you can move up unless you play the game, okay, as it were. And that's just not what you want to do. That's not who you are. In the outcome, we have the Emperor. For some of you, you could be going to the Emperor, and this person could be supporting you. You could be suing someone. You could be putting together a case. And this is your attorney. This is your protector, as it were. The person fighting your battle. For those of you, you're making the decisions. You're no longer following someone else's rules. You're creating your own. So you could be changing jobs. You could be starting your own business. You could be walking away from someone because they have just very unrealistic expectations, and they keep playing out what they've seen in their household growing up, okay, for example. Or they don't know what they want, so their family makes decisions for them, and you're expected to comply. Okay, there's something along those lines where you're fighting tradition, you're fighting the old way, you're fighting the company culture, and you're starting to question your investment, okay? Is it even me? Is it worth me being here? Is it worth me continuing to invest in this? Because I'll never win, okay? This is a cycle that cannot be broken. It won't be broken. Yeah, Nine of Swords. You've been trying to find a better way for a long time. You've been trying to change the system from inside for a long time. It's got you very, very anxious and losing sleep over it. Ten of Cups, the Justice card. For some of you, this is about a divorce. For others of you, this is cutting ties, and maybe it's, maybe the people you work with are great, but you just cannot be in that place anymore. Maybe you feel guilty because you're going to leave behind your team or something along those lines. And for others of you, this is just, you're not getting what was promised to you. I feel that one thing was promised to you, or happily ever after was promised to you. Progression was promised to you. And it's just not happening. Because you have to play the game, okay? With the Ace of Swords, we have the King of Wands, Aries or Sagittarius. This could be the person who opened your eyes, okay? This could be the person who offered to help you. This could be a person who offered you an alternative, and now you're going to them. With the Emperor there, could also represent fire energy. The Fool, we have the Four of Swords. So you're in two minds, okay? Your impulse is to leave. And with the Four of Swords, you're trying to make sure you rest and clear your head so that you're making the best decision. And with the Emperor, we have the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the High Priestess. So, Hermit at the bottom of the deck as well. So this is saying, trust your instinct, trust your intuition. You know what's best here. You know what the truth is here. I feel that if you wanted to have a conversation with the higher-ups, if you wanted to give them an ultimatum, if you wanted to have another conversation with them, they would once again make you promises. They would once again say, yeah, no, sure, yeah, we get it, sure, that's fine. And then you would discuss everything, you'd put together your presentation, you would talk about expectations, you would talk about, give and take, partnership, negotiate everything again. But then with the Seven of Cups and the High Priestess, once again, they have no intention of fulfilling those promises. Okay? So I feel like you have a decision to make here, because you're in a situation where you just can't win. You're dealing with a lot of empty promises. You're dealing with having to play the game. You're dealing with having to conform. And I think your approach is healthy. Okay? You want to rest first, clear your head, take some time, so that you make sure that you're not making rash decisions, impulsive decisions. It's almost like you've already made up your mind what you want to do, but you want to make sure that it's not impulsive. Okay? If that makes sense. So that's what I got here for you. Let me know how this applies to you, if it does, what you're dealing with. I hope the reading helps you if you are dealing with these energies. Thanks so much for the likes, the shares, the comments, subscribing. Appreciate everything that you guys do to help you know, develop and grow the channel and the community. Again, I hope this helps. Use this energy to your advantage. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.